Dear students, it is the video 6th, week 9, lesson 18. In this video, we will talk about some basic sentence structures to bring clarity, brevity, and smooth prose expressions. In the previous discussion, we expressed that verb moods are very important in delivering the exact subject matters. Verbs, the action words, not simply express the action but also they indicate the mood. Some where the verbs express the nature of action, activity, somewhere suggestions, requests, orders, hypotheses, conditionals, contingencies. These are all express the word's moods. As our moods change, similarly, the tone of the verb creates an impact on the person is called verb moods. Well, sentences structures is in itself a very important thing, that to elaborate your scientific and technical subject matters, what type of sentences should be applied. Some people write long sentences, some write short sentences, some use active voice and passive voice. Fine. But one thing is very common, that in subcontinent and especially in Pakistan, we simply use subject, verb and object, one sentence structure. And owing to this, our writing is repetitive, less creative and less smooth. Rather than we should use other sentence structure like inverted orders, periodical orders, clear and all. Let's read. The sentence structures refer to the physical nature of sentences and how the elements of that sentences are presented. Just like word choice, writers should strive to vary their sentence structures to create rhythmic prose and keep their readers interested. Sentences that require a variation often repeat subjects, lengths, or types. Means that to bring innovation and creativity and smoothness, we must create sentences variations with changing subject matters, subjects, lengths and types. One of the easiest way to spot text that requires variety is by noting how each sentence opens. Writer can often overuse the same word like an author's name or a subject like pronouns to refer to an author when beginning sentences. They lack the subject variety can be distracting to a reader. Review the following paragraph. The following paragraph is very interesting, that you should read that how the sentence monotonous bring less interest in it. My philosophy of education is derived from my personal experience. I've been an educator for 4 years and I have learned a lot from the experienced teachers in the district. I also work mainly with students from a low socio-economic background. My background was quite different. I will discuss how all these elements, along with the scholarly texts, have impacted my educational philosophy. Here you will feel that the writer is focusing on I and I and I and I, and the subject matter is subject, verb and object. Notice how the writer of this paragraph starts each sentence and clause with the personal pronoun. Although the writer does alternate between I and my, both pronouns refers to the same subject. This repetition of the personal pronoun is most common when writing personal development plan or other personal papers. To avoid this type of repetition, try adjusting the placement of prepositional phrases or independent clauses so that subject doesn't open each sentence. Clear? So in personal writing or the personal papers, that is wonderful, but in scientific and technical subject matters where you give more importance to writing scientific subject matter, these are not preferred. And here it is revised. My philosophy of education is derived from my personal experience. Having been an educator for 4 years, I've learned a lot from more experienced teachers in my district. I also work mainly with the students from a low socio background that is quite different from mine. Now, it is the variation that he has choose this. In this paper, I will discuss how all these elements, along with scholarly text, have impacted my educational philosophy. Here he has broken it in the phrases. Clear? Look at this. Another way to spot needed sentences variety is through the length of each sentence. Repeating longer sentences and intonate a reader or overshadow arguments, while frequently relying on the shorter sentences can make an argument feel rushed or stuck. Means that if you use the lengthy overuse long sentences, then the reader will be confused between the exact meanings. But if you use the short sentences, then it means that you are less interested and the debate is not that wonderful. Let's read this and analyze. The company reported that the yearly profit growth, which had steadily increased by more than 7% since 1989, had stabilized in 2009 with 0% cap. And in 2010, the year they launched the OWN project, actually decreased from the previous year by 2%. This announcement stunned Wall Street analysts, but with the overall decrease in the similar company profit growth worldwide, as reported by the author in this article detailing the company's history, the company's announcement aligns with industry trends and the future industry prediction. Fine. Now notice the overusing short sentences. In 2010, company's yearly profit growth decreased from the previous year by 2%. This was the year they launched an OWN project. The profit growth had steadily increased by more than 7% since 1989. They stabilized in 2009. This announcement stunned Wall Street analysts. It is the shortest sentences, but here the person has given the revised sentences length. The company reported that the profit growth stabilized in 2009, though it had steadily increased more than 7% in 1989. In 2010, the year they launched OWN project, company profit growth decreased from the previous year. This announcement stunned Wall Street analysts. According to Arthur, however, this decrease is exemplar for the trend across similar companies' profit growth worldwide. And here he has used semicolons and then he has connected. It also supports the future prediction of the industry. I mean, he has used the middle way. The sentence structures are not very lengthy and they are neither very short. They are the medium size, well adjusted sentences. Dear students, in this video we came to know that sentences, structures and their length, that plays a very important role. We should not be too choppy or not too extended. We should be very well concrete and smoothing sentence. In the next video we will discuss varying sentences type, some other additional information. Thank you very much.